There's a lot of disappointment abounding all around. Let's catch up with Shaun Rein, who's with us, of course, out of Shanghai today and has a ear peeled to this from China Market Research. Shaun, morning to you. A lot of people really like Mr. Wang. He's the gentle face of the new leadership in China. And I really like him a lot myself. Not that anybody cares what I think, but I think he needs to take accounting 101 because we got a lot of mixed messaging yesterday.
Indeed. I think that a lot of Chinese consumers do like Premier Wen. They sort of liken him to former Prime Minister Zhou Enlai. What the NPC Congress has done, though, is really emphasize that China's government is in charge, that they're going to react very quickly towards the deteriorating economic situation globally. Confidence still remains high in China. It's kind of hard for a lot of people in America and Wall Street to believe that, but 80% of consumers that we've interviewed feel that they trust Premier Wen to right the economy in the next 3 years. So Chinese consumers have been saving for a rainy day for decades. That rainy day is here, and that's why they're not freaking out like consumers in the United States.
Are they being uber too cautious, though? They're, what is the spending deficit as a percentage of GDP? 3%? What's 3%? Nothing. Nothing.
Right, I agree. I don't think there's complacency. I actually disagree with Frank Gong from JP Morgan, who's worried that the Chinese government is too happy with what's happened so far. But actually what you're seeing is every day there's new initiatives that are being implemented, whether it be the government telling universities in China, you need to increase the enrollment numbers in graduate programs because 6 million college students might not be able to find jobs. So every day you're seeing something new, whether it be tax rebates, whether it be facilitating setting up companies. You're now seeing it's a lot easier to establish a company right now, which will help with job creation. So I don't think that there's a fear on my end, at any rate, about complacency in the government. I'm much more concerned about overzealousness, much more concerned about inefficient spending. I think the stimulus package has been way too focused on state-run enterprises.
Yeah, and we were talking about that yesterday. I mean, pouring a lot of cement, building, doing a lot of hammering of girders, that sort of thing, instead of targeting, the people problem out there. Is that what you're aiming at here?
Yeah, that's a huge problem. If you look in the United States, 60 to 70% of job creation in the last 2 decades has been in companies with fewer than 50 employees. So what the government needs to do is really start more micro lending, more venture capital investment, really getting the money into the hands of China's entrepreneurs, who are really the backbone of the economy. They're the ones that are going to be driving the engine. And most importantly, there's a multiplier effect. So if you get money into the hands of a service industry, maybe a 5-10 person company in Henan, that person's going to be going out and getting money into the system a lot faster. If you're doing these digging trenches in the middle of nowhere, it could take a year, 2 years for the money to start moving into the system. So while you've seen $130 billion increase in lending in both January and February, that's good, but the lending is not the most efficient places.
Well, that was only day one of the NPC. Do you think they're holding the real hurrah for a little bit later to drop it on us like a bomb? You think that's forthcoming, Shaun?
No. I think the government would make an announcement on day one. I think they still have flexibility, though. I mean, if you look, their percentage debt over GDP is about 23%. In the UK right now, it's over 60%. So there's still a lot of room for China to move. But you see the stock market has gone up almost 30%. Retail investors are jumping back in. Interest rates are low in the bank. So you're seeing, the gears of commerce and confidence starting to move. 3 months from now, 6 months from now, there might be a change.
Okay. Are you listening to Shaun, Mr. One? Come on, you've got 8 days to go. Rise to the occasion. The people are calling. Coming up next, shares of internet content delivery firm Akamai Technology nearly doubled in the past 3 months. What's so exciting about what they do?